Hey everybody, Matumbo here. Welcome back. We are playing some more Historic here on Magic Arena as per the usual. And before we hop into today's awesome deck, I want to remind everybody that we are about to hit 2,500 subscribers. That should happen today. At the time of recording this video, we are not there. So hopefully we will be there pretty soon. And once that happens, we are going to do another giveaway. So if you're not a subscriber, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button so you can be part of that giveaway. As well as hitting that like button on the video and leaving a comment down below letting us know what you think about today's deck or any of our past decks or anything you might want to see made into a deck in the future. That would be amazing. As well as hitting that bell icon when these so you can be notified when these videos go live. So with all that being said, let's hop into today's deck, and we are calling it the Great Unsealing. And there is a G, but the title is very long, so we are going to hop in. And let's talk about this. This deck revolves around Sarkhan's Unsealing. It's a 4-mana enchantment that says whenever you cast a creature with power 4, 5, or 6, it deals 4 damage to any target. But whenever we cast a creature spell with power 7 or greater, then Sarkhan's Unsealing deals 4 damage to each opponent and each creature and planeswalker they control. So if we're able to cast a 7-drop, you really need to pay attention to the wording. It's not casting cost of 4, 5, 6, or 7. It's power 4, 5, 6, or 7. So if we drop a 7 power creature, we're going to deal 4 damage to all of their creatures, all their planeswalkers, and 4 damage to them, which is ridiculously overpowered. So how do we really take advantage of this? Well, we are playing some cheap 7 power creatures. Playing 4 Rotting Regisaurs. This is a 3-mana 7/6. That's crazy. And we have Traxos, a 4-mana 7/7 with Trample. So, yeah, they do have drawbacks, obviously, because they're so cheap. This one says you have to discard a card at the beginning of your upkeep, and this one says it doesn't untap, but you can untap it by casting a historic spell. So any kind of artifact, legendary, or saga, those are all historic. So luckily for us, we're playing cards like that actually let us untap as well. So what other cards do we have in play that we can take advantage of this with? Well, we also have Bonecrusher Giant. This is a 3-mana 4/3, so it's not going to be able to trigger the big part of Sarkhan's Unsealing, but it still will deal 4 damage. So we can stomp for 2, and then we can cast this for additional 4. So we can do 6 damage in one turn just with one Bonecrusher Giant, which is really good. We also have Lovestruck Beast. This is a 3-mana 5/5. Again, so we can deal 4 damage when this comes into play as well, or whenever we cast this. And since we're playing all these super cheap creatures with really big power, we're going to take advantage of 2 other cards. Kiora, this 3-mana planeswalker that says whenever a creature with power 4 or greater enters the battlefield, we draw a card. So that's awesome because all of most of our creatures are actually going to trigger a draw card from this. And then -1, we can untap any permanent. So we can untap Traxos by -1ing, or we can just cast Kiora because she's legendary, and then we can untap Traxos. And then also we have the Great Henge, so a 9-mana artifact. But the thing about this artifact, so it does tap for 2 green, and we gain 2 life every time we tap it. And whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under our control, we're going to put a +1/+1 counter on it and draw a card. This is going to become an insane draw engine. But this card is ridiculous because it gets cheaper for every power among the biggest creature that we have. So if we turn 3 Rotting Regisaur, or even turn 2, so if we go turn 1 Llanowar Elf, because we're playing all these mana dorks over there, as you can see, turn 1 Llanowar Elf, turn 2 Rotting Regisaur, turn 3 Great Henge for 2 green. And then that's a free Great Henge, and we still have the mana essentially. So we can still drop like a 4-drop on turn 3. So pretty ridiculous. This is this deck has a lot of synergies. Again, I showed you guys the mana dorks. We have 4 Llanowar Elves and 3 Paradise Druids, and then on top of it we have 4 incubations. So incubation is, we're not worried about the incongruity because we're not playing blue. The only way we can cast this is if we have a Paradise Druid in play. We're really mainly concerned with the incubation. So if we don't have a good creature in our hand, this lets us dig. We're going to look at the top 5 and we're going to put a creature from them into our hand. So this is a really good way to dig because, again, it looks at 5 cards as opposed to some other cards that look at only 3 cards. And then to top it off, we are playing 24 lands as per the usual, with forest being our only basics. And, you know, this is just a really cool take on a Jund Shell. And again, we're trying to just really get in there. Now, when we played our Dinosaur deck the other day, some of you guys said, oh, you know, make a Jund Shell and make it Jund so you could play Rotting Regisaur, because Rotting Regisaur is a really crazy dino because he's a 3-mana 7/6. Well, we might do that as well, but I really wanted to feature Rotting Regisaur in this deck specifically. So, all right. Well, with that being said, guys, we're going to hop into the gameplay. So make sure you watch the whole video, because after we play these games, again, we talk about the cards that we like and the cards that we didn't like, and maybe that other cards that could be added. So, all right. Well, let's hop into these games and see what happens, and we will talk to you guys soon. It is time for the Great Unsealing. Now, Sarkhan's Unsealing is a card I've kind of been tinkering around. And I want you guys to know that I really got this idea more of when the cube came out, because I'm a big fan of Traxos. And 4-mana 7/7 is really good, even if you don't get to untap it immediately. I mean, pretty crazy. And then being able to, you know, I mean, 3-mana 7/7 is good as well, but being able to play a 7 into a Great Henge is pretty ridiculous. So we are going to pay 2 life here, and we are going to... So depending on what we draw next turn, we could just flat out win the game. Well, nope. Bounces Regisaur, that's fine. Because he knows we have Regisaur. We definitely have to kill Teferi.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
Plaza of Harmony. You know, I didn't even realize he was playing Gates, to be 100% honest with you. Alright, he's buying time. He's buying time. Ooh. Alright. Let's just slam this down. I don't know if the Yorian Gates deck can deal with this.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Enchantments are just really good. I wouldn't mind drawing another Traxos. Traxos lets us hit for 11. Okay. Yep. So, let's do... just try to maximize damage, right? No. I think we just... There's a Traxos. So Traxos gets us to... Yep. Deal 4 damage to everything. Let's untap Traxos. And then let's see what he's got. If we draw land, we just double Rotting Regisaur and the game's over. Alright, well, we're still... Oh, we still win, though. Bonecrusher into Rotting Regisaur. Big 4. And that's how you unseal somebody, especially a Yorian deck. All right, well, game 2. You know what that means, everybody. I mean, do I even need to say it at this point anymore? Hydrate. We're gonna hydrate together. Admiral Zaitan 1. I really hope at some point we run into an Admiral Zaitan 2 at some point in our stream. Or not stream, but our YouTubing. Because that would be amazing. We're gonna mulligan this. This is like the exact same hand. But we're gonna keep. And put back a Bonecrusher. So we're gonna shock and go digging. And woo. Whiff skis. Are you kidding me right now? Yeah. I don't think there's anything he plays that we need to shock here. Yeah, I think we just play a Llanowar Elf. But he's playing Mardu Enchantments. Okay. All right, so we're really wanting to... What are we really wanting to draw? All right, so he's playing Hondens. We're gonna kill the the heck out of this Citizen Champion, or Citizen Champion, sorry. Why do I always want to call it that? So we played the wrong land, so we are punished. Alright, well, next turn we can play Great Henge. Alright, well. It's pretty cool that we are seeing some shrine decks. I'm surprised he didn't just block it with the 1/1. He's gonna gain 4. I guess that's why. The good thing is though, is if we draw a 7-drop, or a 7 power, I mean, we just wipe through all of his blockers. And I don't know if he realizes that. Yeah, he can safely get in for 1. We do not want to draw land, so let's not draw land. Definitely counts as not drawing a land, but we should have gained 2 life there. That's our fault. Oh, there we go. So let's show him the power of the 7 power creatures. Enters tapped. Alright. And he's going to gain 4, make a couple guys. And then we are hopefully going to be able to swing in next turn. So we're not going to make any 1/1s. Target that. Again, trying to... Yes, we will start hitting him for 4. Or... Guess we don't care if he blocks our Llanowar Elf. Alright. Oh, okay, we actually do care that he blocks our Llanowar Elf, because now we can't attack with our Lovestruck Beast, but the game is over. Good game to you, General, or Admiral Zaitan 1. Yeah, that's one area that really benefits us are going to be decks that are trying to put a bunch of things in play at one time, such as like that Honden deck, as you saw, putting out a bunch of creatures at one time, or the Field of the Dead decks. So this is... Don't like the fact that we don't have any kind of mana ramp, so All right, we're gonna keep this. We're gonna put back. What do we put back? I really don't want to put any of these back. We're gonna Dragon Skull Summit on turn 1. All right, so if this deck's trying to do like fairish type things, we should be fine. Mutate. So if the mutates don't get out of hand, we'll be fine. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just pay this life. It benefits us to have a forest and a mountain in play. So we might see like a Great Horn here. Yeah. Ooh, I like that. All right, so he's going to try to ramp into a Starix, it looks like. And then hit a Chroma's Memorial, which is pretty ridiculous if you really think about it. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get Kiora down. And then unfortunately, we can't really... Can't really do anything with Kiora this turn. Kiora's probably going to get swung into for... Okay. For at least 4. No blocks. Okay, Llanowar Elf. So we'd really like to see something like... We really have to be careful of Gem Razor also. But I feel like if they had Gem Razor, they would have actually cast it the last turn and gotten in and killed Kiora. Alright, well, here's Starix for 2. Prefer them to just hit land here. Right? Obviously, we don't want them hitting anything crazy. And then them hitting an actual Gem Razor itself would not be horrible. But we just don't want to see Gem Razor at all. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. So, I don't think we can beat Ulamog. Go ahead and play a... Yeah, I don't know how we beat an Ulamog. Just to be 100% honest with you. We're going to have to beat an Ulamog with 7 cards, basically. And there goes Traxos. So we're not like super upset that Traxos is dying since we have another Traxos. But I can tell you right now, we are not going to win this game. I did not expect an Ulamog. I can tell you that right now. And another Starix. Okay, well, you're just... How many cards left do you have? That's a real thing. He could deck himself if he's not careful. So, we're going to let him do it. Let him have his fun. Okay, nothing good. Bottom is good. Okay. I wonder where his attack goes. We're gonna block. Oh, I think were all 4 of those in a row? No, but he got all 4 of them, so we can't win now. All 4 in 20 cards. Oh, you know what? Exile.
Let's get moving.
No, I don't want to do that. So again, that's why you don't concede, because sometimes you draw cards that you don't really expect to have certain interactions with others. So even though I know 100% we're not going to win this game, there's a crazy possibility that something happens. Well, we can't Sarkhan's Unsealing it. So we do know that. So what's going to happen is we're going to have to get in for damage, or he's going to mill himself. So let's do this. Just tap for mana. So he's probably just going to hit his Forerunner. That's what we're assuming, right? He's going to get 12 cards. All right, here they come. Resolve all. All right, nothing. Take nothing. Oh, another one. Okay. He's just like on the Gemrazor Starix plan. I still don't know if he has good attacks, right? Oh, that's fine. You can go after that all you want.
Just gonna slip away.
Alright, well, I think we have to discard that. We drew another one, huh? No attacks. Well, we have 21 cards left. I guess we just, like I said, we're going to let him have his fun. Nice. Nice. Good game. Good game. Look at all of the lasers. Oh my god, so much damage. So much damage. That's awesome. Charging up the lasers, guys. You got us. Yeah. I'm glad that we got to see him play out his deck. That was fun. You know, we saw the Achroma's Memorial super early when he discarded it, and then trying to replay the game, discarded it to his baby Godzilla. And yeah, and then we just kind of forgot about it. He still may have been playing End-Raze Forerunners, and you know, he may just never have seen it. But I mean, Castle Ardenvale, first turn. You don't have the planes? Oh, you playing vampires? Oh, okay. So we're super fine with this. That comes into play tapped. This does not. All right. Esper. Okay. Esper Hero in Historic. Sure thing.
I am not going to leave this one. Here we go.
Yeah, buddy.
Feeling again.
So we're gonna shock. We are gonna play this into this. And I know you're thinking, oh, you should have just played the Sarkhan's Unsealing. Why did he quit? Why would you quit there? Okay. All right, it's just another one of those. Very curious. Curious thing. Oh, you know, it's like I missed a phone call, but my phone never actually even lit up. Check. Chat gets to go first. We do have a lot of big creatures, but we don't have any ramp or anything to do with the big creatures, so we're gonna wait for Chak to mull or not mull. We're gonna mull. And we are... I think we keep this. I think we... As crazy as it is, I think our hand is just really built around getting out this Traxos. Okay. I guess we keep this Regisaur. That's a little bit better, right? Chromatic Lantern. What are you trying to do of it, friend? Oh, you're playing Hondens. Okay, well. In that case, I think it's better that we play a Kiora, because if we play a Rotting Regisaur, we will be discarding. Okay, so we're going to be discarding 2 cards a turn. We need to be making sure that we are not discarding 2 cards a turn. All right, so we're going to discard this, and I guess it's Traxos. Our best draw is a land. Yeah, those elves are not going to live. Alright, so we have to shock here because we need to make sure that... Okay. Alright. Yeah, we had to make sure that we were going to be able to play that Great Henge. Okay. We have 3 Hondens. However, 3 Hondens may not be good enough. So we're going to gain life, and we are going to gain life. Yep, we don't need the Kiora anymore, so. All right, so we just need to draw. We just need to draw a beefy creature, not a land. Of course. I bet you're blocking. I bet you're blocking. Well, he is drawing all the cards. We will draw a big creature eventually that'll let us through. We really just need to dodge the turn that he gets to play a Honden and a creature. All right, there. This is the turn. But I mean, as soon as we draw a 7, okay, this keeps the dream alive. This also keeps the dream alive a lot more. Oh, there we go. There we go. Good game. There we go. That's what we wanted to do. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, you can't block if we have Sarkhan's Unsealing in play. It's just not happening. All right, we're going to get in one more because we had that early concede earlier. The Dabsoul. Oh man, that's the kind of name that you just really want to beat, right? Oh man, we have an elf. We're going to keep. Now for him to think that we're on a Rakdos sacrifice plan, when in reality we are not. Alright. If the elves lives, the unsealing begins. Oh, perfect draw, right? Perfect draw. It's coming together. Regisaur into Great Henge. You're not killing that's fine. Say you are not killing the other one. Alright. Let's wipe that board. Gotta hurt. Hey there, Traxos. He's trying to figure out what Unsealing does. He had to read it again. We could have another Vraska. Oh well, unfortunate. That's unfortunate. So does this get us there so we can Great Henge into oh. We could play that, but we're not going to. We don't want to discard Kiora, so. Yep. Good game, Dabsoul. That's how we do it. That is how we do it. And you know what? That game was fast. Let's go one more. Let's go one more. The game was only like 2.5 minutes. That Maelstrom Pulse was unfortunate. I was really hoping that we'd be able to have a little fun at his expense, but it's kind of hard to stay in a game once somebody is able to just hit your board like that. Oh, so we do here. I think we have to keep it. Yeah, I don't think we need to be on the incubation plan right now. All right, so we definitely need to be on the find and unsealing plan though. Definitely need to find one of those. You always have the Pride Mate. Just oh man, that was like the perfect draw, right? And it's not a creature to... So we really just need him to have one creature. Just play another Johnny's Pridemate. Don't play the 3-drop that... Don't play any more creep. Just be done. Be done there. Just be done. I mean, we can incubation incongruity the thing, but we don't want to do that. Oh, you're just gonna give it flying? Oh, this game's over. This game's over. So I think we actually pay to Kiora. Untap here. Play this. Wipe your board. And then he concedes probably. He did not concede. Okay, that's fine. Actually a pretty good answer to a Rotting Regisaur pacifism. Alright, we'll discard a land. We will play a Traxos. And we will untap Traxos. And we're just going to swing in. So I wonder if he had another creature. I don't think he had another creature, because he would have played one that last turn, right? Daxos and Traxos. There's got to be a weird, like, nursery rhyme thing there. Yep. Good game. Man, this deck is really sweet. Super stoked about this. Alright guys, welcome back to the wrap up, and this deck was so much fun to play. We went 6-1, which is amazing. We lost to that crazy Mutate deck, but it was really fun to see somebody you know, be able to go off. It's really fun when your opponent gives you the opportunity to do that. So, you know, every once in a while, I know, you know, I talk about conceding and whatnot, and we knew that, you know, most of that game that we were not going to win. But it was, you know, it's really fun to allow your opponent sometimes to get off their crazy combo. And it was, I mean, another part of, you know, another reason to do that is because you get to, you know, you get some ideas. You know, I never really thought to put an Achroma's Memorial in a Mutate deck because you could hit it with the Star X. That's pretty good. That's pretty good synergy. That might be a little bit better than a finisher such as like Endrace Forerunners in a Mutate based deck with Star X, because they, you know, you may hit that and they may have blockers in play, whereas opposed to Achroma's Memorial, they're gonna, all of their creatures are gonna become flying and hasting, and all the other stuff that came into play that turn is gonna be able to attack it as well. So it might be a little bit, might be good to look at in a future video. But with our deck, I mean, I really loved how everything really synergized around this. Now, I was thinking about a card during the games. I didn't really mention it, but it was Kroxa. Now, Kroxa is a 2-mana 6/6, so it would trigger Sarkhan's Unsealing. It would only trigger the 4 damage to one target, but it could also potentially deal 3 additional damage if your opponent discards a land, or if they don't have any cards in their hand to discard to. Also, you can escape it to do it again. But I think, you know, this is really going to be a personal preference. I just don't think Kroxa belongs necessarily in this deck because of the fact that it doesn't stick in play. And that's just really, really big in this deck. You want everything to be in play, whether or not it's sitting there attacking or not. You know, like with Traxos, even though it's, you know, it's a 7/7, even though it's sitting in play and maybe I don't get to untap it for a turn or two, it's still going to power out a potential Great Henge if I were to draw into a Great Henge, because it's sitting there in play as a 7/7, whereas Kroxa just comes into play and goes away. So that's why I feel like it's a little bit better to play Traxos as opposed to Kroxa. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, the deck performed really, really well. Again, we're playing 61 cards. You know, you could cut like one incubation, and I think that would be reasonable. But again, you guys know that I love playing 61 cards. The math isn't really too far off when it comes to, you know, efficiency with, you know, your land ratio and stuff like that. So, you know, playing 61 is not the end of the world, guys. But all right, oh, and there's another card I thought about playing. I don't remember the name of it, but it's a 7/3. It's a red mana, or it's a red card. It's a 7/3 for 4 mana, and when you attack, I think it gets reshuffled back in your deck, something like that. That's a card worth looking at as well. So tell me what you guys think in the comments down below, if you've played a deck like this, or if maybe there's something that I overlooked, because I don't really even think I thought to look at creatures with power greater than 7. I think I just looked specifically at 7. So yeah, let me know in the comments below. Like this video, please subscribe. Again, we're so close to 2,500, and you know, it's just so fun building these decks and having you guys watch them. So all right, well, with that being said, guys, I really hope you are enjoying your day, and we will see you guys next time. Remember, this channel would not exist without such amazing viewers and subscribers such as yourselves. Thank you so much for interacting with the channel and help growing the community. And a big special thank you to the new Patreons that we have listed here for supporting the channel.